Okay. So I can't do that either, bro. Oh, we can't do that. I'm one of. We gotta test some stuff out. We gotta see what we can do. See, I guess we gotta see what we can do. Can't do that. We ain't gonna rock that. I guess ain't gonna rock that. Maybe we just don't know how we gonna do that. I forgot to do. Check out his stats, bro, because they were hating on me just a few minutes ago. So we ain't gonna rock that. That gets us suspended. Yet I be seeing people. Uh, I see people. Broadcast whole shows. Check out his number stats. All right, we got Dylan Gabriel, 12 for 19, 129 yards, one touchdown. We got Joe Flacco, 9 for 10, 71 yards, one touchdown. Oh my goodness. The door. 3 for 6, 14 yards, boy. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Think about it. Just for the simple fact that he didn't play last week, and people are already saying that that was a bad look, that he couldn't play. And now this week, he puts up dumb numbers, 3 for 7, 14 yards. Yeah, that ain't looking too good. No rushing yards by him as well that I see. And that was the last preseason game too. I hate that for him, man. But like I said, I didn't think they on the depth chart. They said he's third string. I was saying they was gonna cut him, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong on that. Like for real, like I really am. But I was just even just with this performance right here, it didn't wow nobody. Like it didn't wow nobody at all. If his numbers were up a little bit higher, you know what I'm saying? Only 6 attempts, and you got Gabriel got 19 attempts, 129 yards, one touchdown, and Shador only got 14 yards, no touchdown, no interception. Nobody got no interception. You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. Sheesh. But we're gonna move on, man. Um, only thing we could do is find out and see what's gonna happen. Like for real, for real. That's the only thing we could do. Wait, wait for the news. Let's see what it says. Former quarter, former Pro Bowl quarterback Browns decided to bench Shador late in the fourth quarter versus the Rams. Not good. Derek Carr thought the Browns should have given reps to Shador. See what I'm talking about? Derek Carr, Saturday's question, the Cleveland Browns bench Shador during the fourth quarter of their 19-17 and over the LA Rams. 2 minutes left to play. The Browns trails 17-16. Coach decide to replace Shador with the veteran Taylor. And that's the funny thing too, because he only got one attempt. I need to understand why we didn't get to see Shador Sanders run the 2 minute drill. Carr wrote on social media, "Wouldn't you want to see your young quarterback operate in this situation? Get him more reps for the future." Cause man, there probably is not. I mean, there probably not gonna be no future, bruh. They seen what they wanted to see out there. That was it, bruh. That was it. That was it, bruh. For real, for real. Let me cause I didn't even get to finish, bro. I'm gonna have to mute this, bro, cause I ain't even trying to get suspended. Gonna go back a little bit. He did. Maybe I pop it in, pop it out type situation. It's just too long. Shador about to come on the field. Here's Shador. Yeah, here's Shador right here. We'll pop it up real quick. Look at him running for this life. He did get some yardage. No, he didn't get no yardage. He didn't get to the line of scrimmage. See. See what we talking about. Yeah, we still got the defense on the field for the Cleveland Browns. Second and 13. 13. Nice tackle. They defense is on point, though. They been getting to the quarterback. They can't. They can't. They can't protect nobody. He throwing it though. Let me see. Come on. Let me see what she doing. Hmm. But that was a flag on the foot. Nope. No flag. No flag. Third down. He running for his life. Throw it away. Still waiting for Shador, man. LA Rams eating up this third quarter. All right, let's see. We got Shador coming out. Let's see. Check it out. Running for his life. That really, really like that's not his fault, bruh. Like that, you can't help that. You can't help that, bruh. You can't help that. Like you really couldn't help that. But look at that. Look at that. Mm. Oof. You can't really help that. Had to punt the ball away at that situation into in the third quarter. Miss me with the commercials, why don't you? All right. Door hands the ball. No. Oh, running for his life again. Nothing. He didn't get anything. Come on, hold this man, bruh. I don't know about that one either, bruh. Hey, gotta go back. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I had to go back. Mm. He's gonna play. He had number 50. '31. Look how this offensive line collapsed. He had 33 right there. No, trying to make something, but he can't. Oof. He looked so like distraught. Okay, back to shoot. That pocket ain't holding, bruh. That pocket ain't holding. That's something tripping. And nobody open. And nobody's open. Ain't nobody really open. He tried. He tried. Did he lose the ball? They counted it as a touchdown. No, they didn't. And he threw the interception. No, that's a flag on the play. Taylor. He running for his life too. So it wasn't just. I don't know, bro. Now that I look at this, I know this is highlight. I really didn't watch the game. I know just looking at this, that looked bad. I would maybe the coach didn't want to put him out there because the offensive line wasn't holding. The offensive line was holding for Flacco. Offensive line was holding for Gabriel. I'm gonna agree with everybody else. I think Shador, he need to get up out of there, boy. He need to get out of there, boy. This ain't the move right there, Wody. This ain't the move right there, buddy. That ain't the move. That don't look good, man. Ain't gonna give you no time skip. Do it. Do it. Let's see what they talking about. Ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna give you no time there, buddy.
I do, I try to do it to my best, and that's all I ask for. So I feel like everybody feels like, they should be on the team, and if you ask anybody on the team, would they feel like they belong, in their own eyes. So I feel like I do, but I'm my own player, I think about myself in a high regard, of course. So it's not my decision. Yeah, I didn't know I was out.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was on the bike. I was powering up. I was powering up for that 2-minute drive because, that's just a situation every quarterback dreams for. That's many situations I've been in before, and I thought I was in. So then he told me I wasn't in, and I was like, oh.
Sanders, of course, disappointed to be pulled from the game before that final 2-minute drive. As we take a look at some of the notable performers, the quarterbacks in the Browns quarterback room. Joe Flacco, the starter, 9 of 10, 71 yards, a touchdown. Dylan Gabriel gripping and ripping it, 129 yards and a touchdown. Shador Sanders under pressure, 5 sacks, finished 3 of 6 for 14 yards on the day.
With that. How can I showcase my skills?
Back here with CBS Sports NFL analyst Emory Hunt. Emory, let's just say this wasn't the...
It would have been bad for them. Any quarterback that would have been in that particular situation would have been bad for him.
Best performance we've seen from Shador Sanders. It wasn't what he was hoping for. He was sacked not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4. It was 5 times, 5 sacks. That's a lot of time on the ground for the young quarterback. He completed just 3 of 6 passes, 14 yards, before being notably replaced by Tyler Huntley on the final drive of the game. This created a lot of post-game headlines. So what do you make, Emory, of that decision by Kevin Stefanski, who said not to read anything into it?
A lot of times with these coaches and coaches like Kevin Stefanski, it's ego over execution, it's plays over players. At the end of the day, you got to give this kid a shot to redeem himself. That's the beauty of being a rookie. You're going to go out there, you're going to struggle, you're going to have some success, you're going to struggle again.
Game, though? It's the last preseason game. Oh, he meant that 2-minute drive. Oh, he meant that 2-minute drive. That was the last one. We start back up September the 4th. We start back up September the 4th. That was it. He meant that drive.
But you want to see them come out on the other side. Now Shador had 5 sacks, 5 drives. Just was trying to impress coaches, the fans, trying to live up to what Dylan Gabriel just...
How can you look at this, boy? They're playing it. Ain't nobody open.
Put out there on the field, and Kevin Stefanski handled that situation and this whole quarterback competition horribly because you removed an opportunity for him to redeem himself in that situation to go out as a winner. And again, it's not just we all see it. Players on the team sees it. Players on the opposing team see it. They know what's going on. They know what's going down, but it's all about Kevin Stefanski's ego. We saw this with Baker Mayfield. Oh, it doesn't fit my system. Well, your system has to be about the players that are in it. And we've seen him do this because the offense was completely different when Dylan Gabriel was out there. It was a lot of, short, quick passes to get the ball out of his hands, spread.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, bruh. It was nobody open on the field. Like, even Flacco had quick, slant plays. Like, the first, if you go look at the highlights on YouTube and you ain't watched the game, like, the first 5 plays, they were quick pass. He ain't even lying. The brother ain't even lying, bro. Like, it's bad, bro. It's bad. It's bad. He needed to see how he can get out of Cleveland for real, for real. Like I said, I don't even think they signed him anyway. Just off of this right here, they already got the green light, like cut.
The formation, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do for a guy that thrives in that situation. So I don't know why for Shedeur the offense changed. He kind of wanted to curate something around him. But at the end of the day, Shedeur recognized he had to play better. That game looked a lot like that UCLA game his first year in Colorado. But I blame Stefanski for how he's handled this whole situation because it doesn't look very coach of the year leadership like to me.
Well, this is also why it is so important for the coach and the front office to be on the same page with the talent that they bring in, because say one direction doesn't prefer a certain player, they'll say, oh, here's another reason why we shouldn't have gone that way, or here's another reason why we should have gone this way. I am not speaking to Stefanski's views on Shedeur Sanders, but again, looking at, as you mentioned, the different approaches for these quarterbacks here, it is a crowded quarterback room in Cleveland. So does Shedeur make the 53 in your mind?
That question is already, for lack of a better word, dumb in my opinion, right? Because yes, he's going to make he's the best quarterback in that room. The problem is when you look at how this was set up, right? Because you have Joe Flacco, who's 40 plus years old, and people talk about 2023 as if we all didn't watch how that ended in the postseason with fumbles and pick sixes, and we saw what that looked like with the Colts in 2024. Dylan Gabriel was drafted according to where his talent suggested, to be completely honest and fair, 3rd round. Looks like a high-end backup. Looks like Case Keenum out there and how efficient he is with the football. He's a point guard passer. That's great for him. Shedeur was the one that should have gone in the 1st round that went to the 5th round for reasons that doesn't involve football. And so we could dive into a whole diatribe about that. But when you look at what he does well, accuracy, the placement, situational football, which he took away from him today in the 2-minute offense. So the fact that, and Kenny Pickett's out there with 15 touchdown passes in 3 seasons, and he was a starter in Pittsburgh. Had he been the guy, he'd still be in Pittsburgh. So I think Shedeur definitely makes the team. It's interesting to see how they will finagle and carry the 4, because there were other players on this Browns roster that outperform their position in their situation. So you want to create room for those guys. Do you keep 4 quarterbacks because and do you not keep 5 linebackers? So it's going to be interesting to see who gets that phantom injury IR designation to where they can kind of keep all 4 guys in tow.
How can they sneak people through waivers? That's the ultimate question this time of year. Now let's talk about Joe Flacco, QB1. His NFL career is old enough to vote.
We good with all that. We good with that. We good with that. We good with that. Good with that. I don't hear about Joe Flacco. I don't want to hear about Joe Flacco. We got the nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho. He stunk it up, but Ocho and blame the Browns for sabotaging the Doors game. They got to say real quick.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned.
Now, this is my first time, watching them about this. My immediate reaction at the beginning was what it was. This ain't no enhance.
Here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community.
Line that isn't in. I'm all for. Let me give you a little insight.
I know you watched this game as I did. I want to hear what you have to say first.
Well, first of all, listen. George Sanders didn't play bad. Chat, those that follow me on Twitter, you happy? There it is. He didn't play well. He didn't play well. He played bad, huh? Obviously, he stunk it up. But let me clarify why he
offer some insight.
Let me give you a little insight. So he comes in the 3rd quarter. Am I correct, Unc? It was the 3rd quarter. About then. Okay, boom. So the players that are playing in the 3rd quarter. Excuse me if I'm wrong. You can do your homework. Will those players make the 53-man roster, Unc?
No.
A lot of them will not.
A lot of them will not make
Most
the 53-man roster.
Will not.
Exactly. So again, I'm all for quarterback competition. But if you're going to put him in a situation that is not advantageous to him and competing at a high level, boom, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance with the play calling. You know you have an offensive line that isn't playing that well. So what do? Why not just?
We heard you. That's 2 people plus me. I said this. 2 people plus me. I said this, bro. That the fact that One, the offensive line was having their quarterbacks run for their life, especially Shador and Taylor, Huntley, run for their lives. It was two different situations when Flacco and Gabriel was in the game. Number two, these long passes down the field. How can I throw these passes down the field when I ain't got no protection? Where are the quick plays? 5 in.
Play the short game so he can get the ball out of his hands very fast to run a competent goddamn offense. Purposely running plays that are 10, 12, 15-yard routes, knowing damn well the goddamn offensive line is not going to be able to hold up, is ridiculous. It's clear. I played football for a very long time.
About to be 40. I've been watching football for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? I played a little bit. But they don't take a rocket science to understand this like situation that we're like he was put into. But we're gonna have the Twitter people, like he said. We're gonna have the social media people. I can't wait to see what happened Monday, bro. When they really gonna go ham and they really gonna voice their opinion. Oh, he didn't play well. He proved that he shouldn't be on the team. He proved the fact that he deserves to be a 5th round pick. I'm telling you, bro, it's about to go in, bro.
Played in the NFL at a very high level for a very, very long time. I understand in a situation like that, when it comes to the 3s and 4s that you're playing with that aren't going to be on the squad and not going to make the team, give your quarterback a chance. Okay, you know what? You know they can't hold up that long? Let's play quick game. Let's play quick game just to get Shador in a goddamn rhythm. But no, you come out calling regular offensive plays that are very long, damn near play action if he was under center, knowing they take a while to develop, knowing good and goddamn well the O-line and the people you have out there right now are not going to be able to hold up. Outside of that, Shador has to be better in understanding that the offensive line that you're working with right now is not adequate. Get the ball out your hands. Get the ball out your hand. But he's holding the ball for one reason. He's holding the ball because the goddamn players aren't open. He's waiting for things to develop, which is why he's holding the ball and trying to make something happen by holding on to it.
Can't make nothing happen. You can't turn water into wine in this situation. Like, you just can't do that, bro.
By scrambling, moving, obviously running out of real estate, and being sacked. I'm not sure what game you guys are watching. Again, I state, Shador did play bad. He did. But why he played bad is clear as day if you understand the game of football and what he had to work with. Kevin Stefanski not letting Shador come back in the game to finish the 2-minute drill. I've never seen that before. I've never in my life ever. Have seen anything like that before. What are we doing? What are we doing? No disrespect to Snoop Huntley. Snoop is probably not going to be on the team. He's probably not going to be on the team. So I'm not sure what you were waiting to look. Snoop was on the team simply because quarterbacks were injured. So they brought in the extra body. Why not allow the players that are competing for a job, in this instance, Shador Sanders, to finish off the 2-minute drill?
Agreed.
What are we doing? Who makes that call? He makes that call. Why? Because I want the last thing people to see. I want the last thing for people to remember is the mistakes and the sacks that happened and not give him a chance to redeem himself. Because I think probably what would have happened. Okay, we can't have Shador come in here and finish this 2-minute drive and go down and get a touchdown. We don't want that. So we're going to leave him on the sideline. So it leaves a bad taste in those mouths. So now there's nothing that they can say. There's nothing that they can say because now you got a small sample size of him playing with people that are probably not going to be on the team. In their bio on Twitter, going to say former. Man, come on, man. But okay, I can't wait to hear your piece. And in chat, for those of you who are listening and watching, I'm not making any excuses for him. He played bad. He played bad. but I can tell you why he played bad. I mean, if you know the game of football and understand the game of football, understand that those that are in there with him during that time, I'm not going to be on the team. Go ahead, man.
Let's hear what Unc got to say.
I agree with everything you said. He did play bad. And you and I, we come out here and we talk 4 or 5 nights a week, sometimes 6 nights a week. We've gone 6 straight nights. We've gone 9 straight days before. And what we do, we tell it like it is. T.I.S. Like my grandma say, boy, tell it like it T.I.S. is. We tell it like it is. Shedeur did not play well today. He played awful. Everything that you said is true. Shedeur, you know this offensive line is not competent enough to give you protection. And I understand it says, Ocho, I'm in competition. I saw what Dylan Gabriel did with the guys that's probably going to be on the team. I'm trying to match that.
Yeah.
But what happened is that they didn't give him the necessary pieces in order to match this.
Yeah.
If you want me to fight, if you want me to win a war, give me the weapons. You can't expect me to win a modern war with muskets and cannons. They use drones now. They use stuff with precision, pinpoint accuracy. So you're expecting me to win a modern game and you're giving me old time. That won't work. So Shedeur has to do a better job of getting the ball out of his hands. Ocho, he has some time. It's okay. Coach, hey, that ain't my game. That's Lamar Jackson. That's Josh Allen. That's Jalen Hurts. That's their game. Buying time like that. Shedeur has in a pocket. He can move side to side, but he doesn't have that ability, that escapability, like these other quarterbacks, like the poor I mentioned. I don't understand.
This week, we're hosting a free trading and investing workshop.
Snoop Huntley take the 2 minute. Unless he's going to be one of the 4 quarterbacks that's going to be on your roster, you give that to Shedeur.
Right.
I agree with what you said because you said, look, we've seen guys play bad, be great in the 2 minute drill, and you forget they played bad the entirety of the game. I don't know what's inside Kevin Stefanski's head.
What's in his head is the fact that it's a sabotage, if you want to call it that. It's the fact that they don't really want him on the team. So we're going to give him muskets, peanuts. That's what it really is, bro. Like, just be honest, bro. That's what it really is.
Up next, 2-minute situation before the half. Gabriel to gauge.
Now he's very accurate, but Kellen Moore, who does he feel comfortable to make of this entire quarterback situation?
About myself in a high regard of
Flacco, the starter, 9 of 10 sacks. That's a lot.
That's the same.
Here's another reason why we
according to
the National Football League, and he looked as good as you could have hoped for.
They just chopped it up.
Browns taking on the Rams. Final preseason action. All 4 Cleveland quarterbacks in action. We wouldn't show Snoop Huntley, but we'll show the other 3, including that guy. Sorry, Snoop. Joe Flacco starting off for Cleveland. He's the Week 1 starter.
Creates and does so.
Tried to do too much.
The big play and is hanging on to the thing I worry about with Joe Flacco. Starter, we know that right away. I mean, his experience, they're going to try to get off to a fast start with Joe Flacco. And if you watch him in the preseason, it looks like Joe Flacco. Look, he's played a lot of football. He gets the ball out of his hand very quickly. You can see it right now. He's very accurate. But the thing I worry about with Joe Flacco is this. He can't move anymore. He's 40 years old. That could be a problem. These games he's played in, he's been accurate. He scans the field. He gets rid of the ball very quickly. Shedeur all of a sudden has become a quarterback that's trying to make the big play and is hanging on to the ball too long. He took some bad sacks in this game, and all of a sudden, 2 weeks in a row now, he looks like a quarterback that doesn't know where to go with the ball.
Yeah, that was part of the knock on him in Colorado. He tried to do too much and hang on to the ball too long, and he was showing that in the last preseason game. All right, so Flacco's the starter for Week 1. Herm, hang tight. Help us break down another quarterback situation over there in New Orleans.
I don't know what y'all think.
It was the final call for someone to separate themselves in the quarterback competition out in New Orleans. Saints hosting the Broncos.
We're going to find out. I'll tell you that much. All right. Let's change gears as they call it. Like I said earlier, the big story that came out this week, the Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Very disappointed. And I've been looking for Tank Davis to come out and say why he's taking this fight. Break the silence, because I haven't seen nothing about this. If anybody has seen anything, please comment in the and let me know. Okay? Because I'm waiting. And we're going to try to find some stuff right quick. We're going to try to find something. As I was on earlier, like all I'm getting is Tank Davis versus Jake Paul, November 14th, Expedition fight. First, Rolly Romero. He said something. He said something. I think I seen a video of that. Let me see if I can find Rolly. He always got that look on his face. That man always got a look on his face.
All right. It's Kevin Garcia, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Kid KG. I'm here with the champ himself, Rolly Romero. We're going to get right into it. Rolly, I just want your thoughts on a couple of topics. First and foremost, Ryan Garcia recently asked or talked about wanting a rematch with you, and I saw your tweet, came out right after that. It didn't seem like you were interested. What's your thoughts on a rematch with Ryan? Okay.
I think why? You knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? Caught him with a good shot. This is what me and my partner be talking about when it comes to boxing nowadays, bro. Y'all don't want to rematch nobody. Why? Why are y'all that scared that y'all don't want to rematch nobody? It's bad, like I keep saying, bro. The state of boxing is downhill.
Deserves a rematch.
Is that a fight you're willing?
Let me go back a little bit because I think he just said, "Why does he deserve a rematch?"
Okay.
I think he deserves a rematch.
Okay, he just
is
said
that a fight you're willing to entertain at this point? Because it seems like you got bigger options.
Yeah, but I mean, he deserves a rematch.
Okay. But I guess the talk is later on this year, you fighting somebody different. So I got to ask you, have you heard anything? Are you interested in? What's the likelihood of you fighting Pacquiao? Because that's what the rumors are right now. That Rolly versus Pacquiao could be next.
I mean, congratulations. There's a very high chance.
Really? Okay, have negotiations already started or talk started with the PBC about that?
Well, I mean, dude, there's a really, like, there's a lot of options. There's me and Ryan, me Barrios, me for the belt. You know, they've been different. Pacquiao had the belt. There's me, Pacquiao. There's, you know, there's obviously like so many other names in the welterweight division where it's like, you know, so there's a lot of fun things that can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Pacquiao's last fight with Barrios. When you look at that fight, what do you think a fight like, or what do you think a fight with you and him looks like?
Barrios or Pacquiao?
No, I'm saying after seeing what Pacquiao did with Barrios, and you look at that fight, you think about yourself, what would a fight look like with you and him? How does that fight go? How do you think it will play out?
Only God knows.
Fair enough.
Only God knows.
Fair enough. When can we see you back in the ring? When is it likely that you'll be back?
I don't know. I don't think about that stuff, you know? It's like, bro, the thing is with me is like, I kind of just go with the flow of whatever's going. Like, bro, like, if the wind is pushing me this way, I'm going to go this way. And if the wind's pushing me this way, I'm going to go this way. I go wherever God tells me to go.
Amen. So I was just asking you, Rolly, what do you think about the Tank Jake fight, my guy?
I mean, a lot of things can happen. I mean, Jake Paul might be too big for him, but, like, Jake Paul might be too big for him, or Tank might crack him. You don't know. Like I said, or as an exhibition, we don't know if they throw at each other or not, or we don't know. I don't know. I can't give an opinion because I don't know what's going on.
Do you think it impacts, will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were to beat him or even knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him.
You know, some people trying to give, that's fair, some people trying to give Tank a hard time. They're saying he should have took a...
As a fan, yeah, I'm going to give him a hard time. I'm sorry. I'm going to give him a hard time because this ain't it, bruh. This ain't it.
Fight with Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson. But when you think about it, do you think this is business and look, he's getting a bag, or is there some validity to people saying that he...
I sit here and say this. There's nothing wrong if it's about business. It's nothing wrong that you want to take the fight. It's the timing. Do this when you retire. Do it like Floyd. He retired. He taking all these little expedition fights. Do that then, bruh. I'm cool with that. But you got unfinished business. You got Lamar Roach. You got Shador knocking at the door, bruh.
Ducked Roach.
I mean, there's still other options, you know. It's bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or all this stuff, right? At the end of it, bro, we just want to do what's best for ourselves, right?
Facts.
Right or wrong?
Facts.
So just do what's best for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, me personally, it don't matter what my opinion is, but I don't think get the money while you can get the money is my opinion. But some fans are gonna have a hard time.
No, it's not
with
even
it.
about the money though, man. It's regardless of anything, yeah, get the money when you can get the money, but it's not even about the money. There's so much more to this sport in this world than just money, man. It's just do whatever you feel benefits you the most, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Last question for you, Rolly.
What up, though? All right, yeah.
What's up, JD? What's up, Chan? What's up, Chan? You ain't going too far. I got to get your thoughts.
Here we go. Leave me alone.
Just want to get your last thoughts on just this question. Floyd announced today, he said, look, Roach, if you want to fight, I got to fight for you, Carmel Moulton. And he seems like he's serious. Carmel started talking, him and Roach were going back and forth. Do you think that's a good fight, or is it too early for Carmel?
Wait, what?
Floyd today went online and made a post and basically told Roach, he tagged Lamar Roach, and he said, look, you're not getting that fight with Tank, fight Carmel. I'll put the money up. I'll do whatever it takes. So he's pushing that narrative, literally, that just broke today. And then Lamont and Carmel started going back and forth. So my question is, do you think that's a valid fight? Is it too soon for Carmel, or is that a good fight?
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: Carmel's been fighting, sparring, and everything, world champions, and all this stuff, right? But still, it is still too premature for all this, because I'm not. This is me personally, and this is coming from a dude that literally rushed his career. I'm not too adamant on people rushing their career, especially young fighters, you know. But regardless, Carmel's gonna get his time. So, sure. I mean, if they sign the fight, you know, still regardless, I'm gonna be there supporting Kerms.
You say you be in Carmel's corner.
I'll be supporting Kerms regardless.
Yeah.
But I'm not super adamant on rushing young fighters.
Got you. Any thoughts on T.O. versus Shakur? They're saying that could be a fight coming early next year. How do you think that fight goes?
I think it's a great fight.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fight. You'll really see, you know, because at the end of it, they're both Olympians. They're both multi-division world champions. T.O. is an incredible fighter, and Shakur is an incredible fighter.
Let's see. Tank breaks silence on Jake Paul fight with strong message. This was on Sports Illustrated. Let's see. Las Vegas. Last week became how the boxing community force was shift. WBA lightweight champion Tank Davis will be fighting Wars has speaking of okay. Take his mission silence on social media ever since season fight. Oh, draw whether think that okay, I mean waiting. Is this it? See y'all soon, I guess. Still gonna turn. That ain't telling me nothing. Talking about. They ain't telling me nothing. Baltimore. Ain't nothing. Why can't I find anything? Is anybody seeing something? That was the message. That was the message, y'all. Just right here. This was the message. See y'all soon, I guess. ATL gonna be turned. Be two turned. The one. Fire, fire, fire. Really? This is the message. This is the message. This is him breaking his silence. They hyped that up. Like he was like gonna really say something. See what Shador said.
We need the chief human resource officer.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I mean, are you shocked, Shakur? Obviously, you are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So, nah.
You know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So
right,
I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way you could, any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
I didn't know.
Not a lot of people have talked about Jake and said he's got good power. Not even and I get anything could technically happen, but you don't even see a realistic shot where he could land one big punch, and Tank being so much smaller, he just can't handle the power.
Nah, not at all. I think Tank is he's been boxing his whole life. He's been boxing since a kid, so I doubt like that's gonna be an issue or problem. I think Jake is good for where he's at, but I think it's just levels.
It is, bro. It's levels.
Do you see a more likely chance that Tank wins by decision or by knockout?
By decision. I mean, that guy's too big. I don't think that he's just going to knock that guy out. So I see him like outboxing him.
Could you see a realistic possibility where Tank could knock him out? Although more likely that it is, like you just said, a decision.
Nah, I don't see him knocking him out, no.
Will you watch, Shakur? I mean,
no.
Obviously. No,
hell no,
bro.
Nah, that ain't
no,
really
bro.
like,
Don't we ain't supporting.
I mean,
that.
like I said, here's the thing. Like I got two sides of me when it comes down to. I got a business side, then I got a competitor side, and from the competitive aspect, it don't excite me for me to be like, okay, I want to watch it. But from the business side, I understand as though why would he go that route? So.
I know some checks are just hard to say no to. If they had come to you, or they do come to you in the future with a similar type of offer, is that something that you would say, okay, money's money and this is good money?
Yeah, but I got a lot of pride, bro. So like,
I know
my pride may kick in to where it's like, if I just had a draw with somebody, I may go do the rematch just because of the fact that the people think that this guy could beat me. So I want to shut y'all up and
Right. That's what I'm saying, bro. You could take the fight. I don't care about that. But these people said that this man beat you. You got to prove them wrong. At the end of the day, you got to show them, nah, this ain't what it is. I'm that guy. He ain't that guy. Now it look like you scared of him at the end of the day. That's just what it looked like. For real, for real. I don't care what no one says.
Let it be known that this guy can't beat me. It's not no debate. Yeah. So my pride may kick in, but then also, you know, it's a lot of money on the table. I kind of get where he's at with it too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will get that. It's interesting because it may actually sort of in a way involve you, Shakur, right? Because obviously you mentioned Lamont, and you know, after the draw, a lot of people thought, okay, hey, that rematch is going to happen with Tank and Lamont. Obviously, that's not going to happen, at least not now. And then people started talking about you and Lamont fighting each other. Is that where you're focused on? Is that what is going to happen? And where are we with those negotiations then, Shakur?
I got two names right now. T.O. is front line and Lamont is like right behind them. So depending on how much money they offering and which one makes the most sense, I'll fight either Teofimo Lopez or Lamont Roach.
Hey, those are both two great fights, right? I think fans would be very excited about either.
The thing with T.O., I think it'll kind of bump me up on that pound for pound list because he's like a pound for pound kind of guy. I think that would be a good fight. But then also Lamont, he's on his high horse because of what he did with Tank. So either option is amazing for me.
Yeah, that's great.
I agree with that.
Before I let you go, Shakur, I got to ask you about obviously this fight coming up next month that is truly as good as it gets, and tell me if I'm wrong about this. But obviously, your friend, your mentor, Terrence Bud Crawford, going up fighting Canelo Alvarez again. I mean, I don't know how you make a better matchup than that. I know you just got done, I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, training with Bud. How's Bud look? How's he dealing with the added size? we're only a few weeks away from this thing now.
I mean, Bud is ready. Bud is always going to come in there 100%, and he's going to be on top of his game. He's going to be sharp, fast, strong. I think that's the thing that's going to surprise a lot of people with this fight is Bud power carries up. It's not just power that was just there for 147 or 140. His power carries up in weight. So I think that's the biggest thing that's going to surprise everybody.
Shakur, have you noticed that he's a step slower and any downside to adding on a little bit of size with Bud?
I mean, I can't get into his camp details, but ain't nothing slowed down. Bud his 38 is like somebody's 30. Like,
right.
It's just a different kind of thing with him. He don't drink, he don't smoke. He's very disciplined. He always active every day of his life. So he's just not the normal athlete.
And the last time anyone doubted him going into a fight, he just dominated Errol Spence Jr., of course. That was, I think, the last time people doubted Terrence Bud Crawford here. I take it you believe that Bud goes in there and he gets the win in September?
Yeah, I definitely believe Bud gets the win. But once again, Canelo used to be one of my favorite fighters.
Right.
It's a big risk. I don't think this is an Errol Spence kind of fight because of the fact that he's a lot bigger than Bud. And he also got skills and he's fast, he's strong. So I think it's a big risk and a big fight, but I think if anybody can do it, it's Bud Crawford. That's how I look at it.
It's gonna be
and it's
big,
it's got to be encouraging, right? I think
big.
for boxers and for boxing fans to see these fights and guys taking risks, right, now protecting the record and just saying, "Hey, I'm going to go fight the best, and I could lose, but I obviously also could win."
Yeah, I was taught that scared money don't make no money. So
that's right.
Real boxers and real fighters go in there and they're gonna drop their nuts and they're not scared to lose. And I gotta respect Bud Crawford for what he's doing for the sport of boxing.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. Like, yo, where the state of boxing is right now, this fight is gonna help it out. You feel me? Like, this is what we need out here, baby. This is what we need out here. All right, so now we got, transition into the this gambling thing, bro. The mystery. We got that out the way. So we're gonna start it off by hit the wrong one. Start off with this one right here. So we're gonna start off with this one right here, right? For those who know and those who don't know, Michael Beasley, is that Michael Beasley? Michael Beasley was accused of allegedly gambling. I guess shading points, adding points, all the stuff. No, he was arrested kind of like soon as the season has ended. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Michael Porter Jr. on certain podcasts, you know what I'm saying, talking about players that come from poverty and they got their homeboys and giving them tips, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Just to help my homeboy out, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to play bad this game, you know what I'm saying? To get you some bread type situation. Now, I believe Beasley ended up getting released. He got cleared. And we're going to hit the Odd Couple and see what they got to say. We're going to find some more information on this as we go along as well. So let's hear what they got to say real quick. This is going to be Calvin Washington. This is Rob G.
I do want to get into something that it's interesting to say the least. And it's one of those you kind of got to this thing, right? A little bit. You kind of got to say things that make you go, and that is the NBA. And what we're finding out about now when it comes to the gambling issue with Malik Beasley. So you recall we've had conversation about Malik Beasley being investigated when it came to some gambling. There were some abnormal bets on Malik Beasley. And then you know what the internet does. The internet starts interneting and showing game footage of some odd things.
Oh, some of them were egregious.
Some of them were egregious. I'm not going to lie. So you start to see those where he didn't shoot here or he didn't get back on defense there. And so the internet started.
No, the worst one where there's like 5 seconds left in the game and he gets the inbound, sprints down the court and lays it in. And it cuts a 10-point deficit to 8 and the spread was 9. And you're like, oh.
Rob G.
Okay.
Say it with me. Things that make you go, Nah. That's right, Mary Mac. Now, here's where it's interesting for me. So let me just get the details real quick. Malik Beasley is no longer a target of the federal gambling investigation that's conducted by the Eastern District of New York. His attorneys told ESPN that today, so months after the investigation, Malik is uncharged and is not the target of this investigation. So an allegation with no charge, indictment, or conviction should never have the catastrophic consequence that it has for Malik. It's an interesting point because you and I were talking earlier how this all worked out. Him supposed to be a free agent coming off a really, really good year for the Pistons. Might have cost him $42 million, which
$42 million gone. And you had nothing to do with this. You got cleared. That's gotta hurt, man.
$42 million. If I didn't do something, it's crazy.
We gotta fight.
We got to scrap. Yeah. So somebody got to see me out in the back alley or something. But with that being said, Rob G, it leads to a larger conversation for me, at least. And that is something that I've been looking at and considering. And we've talked about this gambling for a multitude of reasons lately when it comes to the NBA. And some don't smell right or sit right with me with this when you break it down. I think the NBA, NFL, we're seeing it a lot. Rob G, how many MLB conversations have we had with gambling where pitchers have thrown pitches and they've had some concerns about those pitches, right? And a lot of this comes with prop bets and concerns about, well, this pitch is going to be over 90 miles or it's going to be a ball or a strike. And in the NBA, well, this guy's going to, shoot over 5 threes, and there's concerns about that. Isn't it funny or ironic that on the exact same day that the NBA cleared Terry Rozier of gambling violations, you know what they announced on that same day, Rob G?
What's that?
That Malik Beasley was under a federal investigation for the same thing. That ain't no coincidence. That is called damage control, right? Because if the Terry Rozier is going on and some new facts about that come out and me, you, and Rob Parker talking about it for another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and you got Malik Beasley going on that we talk about for another 2-3 months and something going on, and you got still the DeJounte Porter hanging out over there. Well, that's a lot going on for one league that is in bed with the FanDuels, the DraftKings, and all these sports book other ones that you can name as well. So the NBA has been going through this, if you recall, the Tim Donaghy issue back in 2007, where he fixed games for the mob then. And that scandal nearly destroyed the league's credibility with a lot of people because people were saying, well, what's going on? People were saying, I knew something was fishy in 2002. Game 6, NBA Western Conference Finals, Lakers Kings. So all these things
totally
were
legitimate,
up.
by the way. Totally legitimate game.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what Tim Donaghy did. We won that game fair and square.
Okay, that's what we're saying, Rob G?
That's what we're saying.
Okay. Well, I got a bridge I want to sell you in Brooklyn too. But here's the thing: the league got past that. The league moved on, and I think, Rob G, they don't want anything else to make us look back in the rearview mirror, to hop in the DeLorean, go back in time and start looking at that Donaghy scandal and start to look at these things and go, something don't seem right. And now is there concern when you got Beasley in the crosshairs of all this, when you have Terry Rozier in the federal investigation going on, when you had DeJounte Porter last season as well. These things are happening more and more frequently. And when you have even Michael Porter Jr., DeJounte's older brother, talking about how easy it is on a podcast saying, man, you got guys coming from nothing.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And let's say they're a lower, smaller player, not making a lot of money.
He was bugging. You don't do that, bro. You don't incriminate yourself and your brother is already being investigated and stuff like that, you don't do that. It looks bad.
22-way player like his brother was, and the homies back home who ain't got nothing. And you can say, man, look, they got it under that I'm going to play, or I'm going to get 5 rebounds. I'm going to get 3 or 4, and my hamstring hurts the rest of this game. Wink, wink. You might want to put 1,000 on your boy. My back's tightening up. You might want to put 500 on your boy. It's so easy now with these prop bets, and the prop bets lead for a major concern for the NBA, the NFL, and MLB. And we keep having all these conversation investigations. And I wonder when it's going to come to a head where the NBA and all these other leagues are going to have to go back to DraftKings, FanDuel, and be like, we're going to have to figure something out. Either keep doing what you're doing, but we got to change the prop bets or something. Or they're just going to try to finesse this enough and play magician enough, Rob G, to say, look over here. Wait, look over here. Terry Rozier's canceled. Okay, well, look over here. Malik Beasley is gone. No. What investigation? I don't remember what you're talking about. And hope that we forget. But this can't keep happening 2-3 times in the season because it's going to make people go, well, what the heck is really going on, David Stern or Adam Silver?
Yeah, you know what's funny is through all of this situation, Terry Rozier, Malik Beasley now, and the Jonte Porter situation is the only definitive comment that we've gotten from the NBA and the Players Association, for that matter, is we would like to adjust the prop bets with our partners so that if you're on a 10-day contract, you're not eligible for a prop bet. Yeah. That's the only thing that they've said that, like, hey, we are going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to institute some kind of governing body. No, nothing like that. It's just the 10-day guys. That's what we got to worry about. And that's what we got to worry about. And that's what's funny about this whole situation is you mentioned the Michael Porter Jr. comments on that podcast.
Are you struggling with painful varicose veins? At United Vein and Vascular Centers, we specialize in innovative treatments to alleviate the aching, pain, and swelling of varicose.
It's not quite as bad as that infamous R. Kelly interview with Toure, right? Toure, how you say his name? Where they ask him, like,
so, Rob G,
are you attracted to teenage girls? And the obvious answer for R. Kelly in that situation was no, absolutely not. I am not.
No, absolutely not.
And instead he says, well, when we say teenage, how old are we talking?
How old are we talking?
Like what are you doing, bro? And so for Michael,
Toure's face is amazing. Like, wait, he blinks 3 times. Like, wait, what?
Like, I know R. Kelly's publicist quit right there. Like, I'm done. There's nothing for me to do with this guy.
I can't.
It's a wrap. And so for Michael Porter,
I fight for my life.
Exactly. So for Michael Porter Jr. to go on the podcast and if they're going to talk about Jonte and the whole situation, all he has to say is that was a terrible decision by him. He's learned his lesson. I hope every NBA player from now on will understand what kind of a mistake it was, and he threw away his career over, $5,000, $8,000, whatever it was. Instead, he goes, well, it's real easy if we wanted to manipulate the prop bets. And if I got a buddy and I want to make a couple racks on it, it's not hard for me to make it happen. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Bro, you wild.
That's not the alley-oop we want you to throw, Michael Porter Jr. He's throwing up to make people go, that ain't a bad idea, Michael.
No, throw it up. Throw it up. Not for yourself, but for content. I can't speak. Creators that do YouTube and stuff like that. Sports media analysts and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, we're going to eat that up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to eat that up. Yeah, go ahead. Do that. That's cool. Go ahead. It's stories, man. You know what I'm saying? Eat that up. We're going to eat it all up, bro.
You know what? The way you made it sound, it does seem easy.
The more I think about it.
but this is, and again, we're not saying that the NBA is being nefarious, that this is all some big cover-up. Right. But I'm not saying it's not a cover-up. Because this is something that's been going on now my entire life, basically. You mentioned you got the gambling now. Before that, it was the Tim Donaghy situation. Even somewhere in the middle between the Donaghy and the gambling, there's an official in the NBA, Scott Foster. You know what his nickname is?
The Extender.
You don't get a nickname like the Extender unless you got a reputation for finding a way to turning a 4-game series into a 5-game series. I'm just saying.
Don't let Chris Paul hear this.
And if we want to go back even further, if you want to go back to the 80s and the NBA draft lottery, I don't know about you, but I've been told, allegedly, that the reason Patrick Ewing ended up with the New York Knicks because the envelope was frozen.
The envelope was frozen.
Hey, Listen, it's hot in the summer. And if I feel a cold envelope, I'm going to know which one is which.
It's just the NBA's got this weird history where I don't know if it's on purpose. I'm not going to say it's on purpose because it's all alleged. But they traffic in some very suspicious activity.
Well, let's stay in traffic. Let's be all up in the Hove lane, okay? LeBron James from where? Northeast Ohio. Who happens to get the number 1 pick? Cleveland.
Cleveland. Ain't that something too?
LeBron goes there, right? LeBron leaves Cleveland. Man, I'm sorry, Cleveland. Can't believe y'all lost the biggest player in the league at the time and all that good stuff.
That's a shame.
It's just a shame. It'd be crazy if we just happened to give y'all the number 1 pick. I'm just saying.
Man,
we've been here before.
New Orleans, I know that Anthony Davis just forced his way out of town. That's a terrible thing.
It's just happens to be this big.
But you know what? It
player.
worked out that you guys just won the draft lottery to the greatest draft prospect of the last 10 years, Zion Williamson.
Just coincident, quinky dinky. Man, Dallas, you lost Luka. Y'all traded him. Oh man, that's wild. Well, there's another big time college star that everybody loves. It's
Cooper Flag.
Be crazy if he just became available. And after alley-oop you just number 1 pick when you had a 2% chance of getting it. I'm just saying, with my tinfoil aluminum hat on, that the NBA does have some suspicious things that coincidentally tend to happen quite often, Rob G.
Yeah, now why do you think it is the NBA that this happens to? And not the NFL?
I actually have an answer.
Okay.
I think more.
Nah, Rob G. This happens in the NFL too. It happens in the NFL too. A lot of people were speculating last year with Kansas City, like these miraculous games that they were winning. The Oakland was it Oakland Raiders or the LA Raiders? Y'all were marching the ball up the field, and all of a sudden the quarterback throws an interception, gives them another chance to score and win the game. Or how about the referees, you know what I'm saying, missing calls throughout the whole entire year and stuff like that. You got to make this make sense. It ain't just the NBA. It's all sports. They all doing this, man. Like let's be real with this, bro. Gambling is universal. Probably the only one maybe tennis. That's an individual sport. Well, you got doubles, but I don't know how it's gonna be kind of hard to cheat in tennis. I guess if you missing oh no, the ball was really in, but you calling it out type situation. So I guess. But yeah, this happens everywhere.
More than anything, I think you'll feel me on this. One player can change the NBA, your team, your organization much easier.
Yes.
Aside from 5-6 quarterbacks in the NFL, one player doesn't make that much of a difference. For instance, let's say,
like I said, it ain't the players that make the difference. It's the referees that are making the difference. AKA Vegas.
If I took away Justin Jefferson, the Vikings would be sick. But if I gave you another, if you're another receiver stepped up, you can still compete and have a chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I take away Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson, we got to know a whole nother conversation. The Cowboys could lose Micah, and if they go on a roll, you never know. Mess around to be, 11-6, sneak in the postseason, but they could be okay. But if I give you 21-year-old LeBron James, Derrick Rose, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Steph Curry, these young guys that you could have potentially for 7, 8 to 12 years, that can change the trajectory of your franchise forever. Tim Duncan, forever. Patrick Ewing. The Knicks didn't win, but they were always competitive for 10, 15 years. And Orlando, you get Shaq, what do? You go straight to the finals a couple seasons later. Cleveland gets LeBron, what do?
Cleveland.
Go to the finals way before they were supposed to in 07.
Yeah,
Steph Curry changed the entire direction.
Yeah, buddy. So, BZ basketball future remains uncertain. His path back to the NBA should no longer be impacted by a federal, I don't know, man, allegation gambling tied to basketball games. It could be. It could be. And we was gonna be signing him too, bro. Detroit was gonna be signing him, bro. He's agreed to a 1-year contract with the Detroit Pistons last year. He finished the 24-25 season with 16 points per game average. He also averaged 2.6 rebounds. Lawsuit filed against Beasley stated that the 26-year-old failed to make rent payments to the landlord. Oh, Lord. One false accusation, probably said that all wrong, it ruin your whole career. This gonna your whole career. This can taint you. Can taint you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. NBA has suspended him for 12 games. 3-point shooter expected to play. That's for something else. That was when he was with the Lakers. That's crazy. That's crazy. Gotta be more careful. You ain't innocent. You're not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until proven innocent. And we'll see if he gets on the team. We'll keep a close eye on Beasley and see where he lands and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This was pretty productive for the day, man. We ran pretty good time, man. Sunday preach day. Let's talk about it. I think we were supposed to do something else. We're gonna get better with this as always. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have more to the arsenal. Shorten up some stuff, add some stuff to it. Like I said, you got any artists out there that wanna chop it up with your boy, you know what I'm saying? Hit me with that like, hit me with that follow, hit me with that post, send them my way, you know what I'm saying? My IG. I got I'll put my Discord down there too as well in the future. My Twitch. We're gonna be doing more car chronicles. That's why I like them. I call them car crash outs. We'll call them car crash outs in the future as well. A Sunday preach day or the weekend preach day, probably. You know, depending on what we got to talk about, we'll get it popping. You know what I'm saying? And we're about a good hour into this. You know, I can't wait for the season to start for football. See what's gonna happen. Shador, like I said, we'll probably have a crash out maybe tomorrow when we find out what's gonna happen with Shador Sanders. I know more information. Tank gonna come up. More trade rumors with the NBA and all that stuff is gonna be coming up as well. More boxing information. Like I said, we're gonna really light it up. We're gonna keep it popping. We're gonna keep it rolling. Cause you already know what I do, man. I'm gonna get this popping for real, for real. And then that way too, as the week goes on, I add to the arsenal. So by the weekend comes, I already know what I'm going to talk about. I hit you a little quick rundown, throughout the weekday. Weekend come here, I'll slap you out with more information. And we just pop it like that. It'll be more structured and stuff like that. I was just thinking about this past weekend, like, yo, Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Friday. I was thinking about this, like, this how I gotta do this. So it was just, this is just out the whim. So you already know what to do, boy. Like I said, it's your boy Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather, the paper chaser. Holla at your boy. Comment, subscribe, like, share the video, all that. You know what to do. Peace.